So welcome to our meeting this morning. We are on Freedom Day, 27th of April, and blow me down if we're not all still not lying on a beach or something, celebrating our freedom. We are making our freedom through this business opportunity and through the wonderful Neolife products. Just to start off this morning, I want to I think, Andre, you joined me in this to say thank you so much for the input for last week's meeting, especially you, Bob, especially you, Hermine, and you, Andre. I've had numerous accolades from a couple of people, well, not numerous, but a couple of accolades from people who were there. And just to maybe do a bit of the housekeeping before we start. Thank you, Bob, for being on my case. Appreciate it. So we are in the process now of really starting to formalize this meeting time into a more of an organized program ahead. If you could please diarize the 18th, I think, Andre, you and I thought last evening, the 18th of May, our third Saturday, we will be doing another business presentation. So the plan at the moment is to make sure we do one presentation a month at this stage, opportunity meeting, I should rather call it. And you have got from now till then to start inviting your guests. Remembering that for the inviting process, it's send an invitation, and then follow up with a live call close to the date to remind people to start diarizing and to be with us for the business opportunity. It's nice to see you back, Nkyama. So for Nkyama, you are visitor today. Just to explain to you today, for this meeting, we will not be doing a business presentation as such, but we'll be doing some training on Neolife business and product, mostly product this morning. Linked into that, Thursday night last week, we had Drew did the presentation on the Thursday night meeting. And I've received a message, which I haven't forwarded on. There was such an incredible response to it that he will be doing the meeting again with a couple of little twerking, what's the word? You know what
Tweaks.
I mean?
Tweaks, not twerks.
Careful. Tweaking it again. But he does such a, as you know, Bjorn and everybody else, what an amazing positive business presentation he does. So please remember that for this Thursday. If we can't have him in our lounge, let's get people there to see him on Zoom on Thursday night at 7:30 on that meeting. There's training on Monday night this week with the company on Full Motion. I believe I am building a major testimony in my own life with Full Motion. So that would be worth inviting people who have joint issues or sports people or anybody who's worried about their cartilage, etc. It will be recorded, and we will get that to pass on and listen to if we don't get there on Monday. And then, Rob, if I could just remind you, please, to put up the month-end details. Month-end is this week, and I have to be quite honest, I didn't double check it, but I'm 100% sure it'll be on Thursday this week. If anybody has a correction, let me know. So it's 80% of the work, 20% of the time. So keep your heads down, people, for those of you who are building businesses at the moment. All right, so I'm going to give a disclaimer before I start. That if anybody has any medical issues, they must go and see their doctors. We are not here to cure or do anything of the medical kind. We're just here to distribute, and in our own limited capacities, unless we have qualifications, we are not allowed to prescribe or diagnose anything with anybody. So then I just wanted to, I picked up, Jan, you put up a request for, what was it again? Please remind me. You, Bjorn,
Ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo.
Ginkgo. And
Oh,
I
sorry,
knew,
I couldn't.
yeah, you weren't muted. It's fine. I knew that ginkgo, we had ginkgo in our range, but I had also hadn't thought about it for a while and took a little while to find it. And you saw I shared the product that it's in, the Mind Enhancement. Is that right? Yes. So I've got a book here that was put together by another distributor, and I just thought I would run through the herbs quickly with you today. Blum, 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 blum. And of course, Monica is always a little bit behind in her thinking when it comes to these things. So the herbs can actually take quite a few weeks, but I'm just going to start off quickly with a little bit of an introduction to the herbal range in the Near Life package of goods that we've got. So we have available to us specifically the Mind Enhancement, the Feminine Herbal. Those are the two main ones that are available in South Africa. I have just ordered in from East Africa, managed to get contact up there, some of the Herbal Rest and Relax. So if anybody is looking for that, they can contact me. And I also have available, because I'm interested in these things, when I was in Europe last year, I managed to get some of the Recep X. There's still another year on it before it expires, which is it is a respiratory for things like asthma, etc., and lung problems, herbal blend. So if I have those available, if anybody would like to contact me privately if they want to try them or share them with anyone. Yes, Bjorn.
So just interestingly, on the Mind Enhancement, as opposed to pure ginkgo, I went and did some research, and the brand that Heidi recommended contains 380 milligrams of ginkgo, and our Mind Enhancement, even though it has other things in it as well, also has 380 milligrams of ginkgo. So it is as good, if not better, than other brands.
Amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Surprised, Bjorn? Can I just interject there while I've interrupted anyway? I consulted a dietitian on Monday, and she wanted to know what I ate, what I added, all that kind of stuff. And I told her that I'm a great fan of Near Life products. She said she knew of them and that they had a good reputation. She wanted to know what I took. I warned her ahead of time that I take a lot. And she was very, very okay with what I took. She said that she couldn't fault it. I wouldn't need to add anything from her point of view. I also told her that I was taking the shake, and she wanted the details because for some reason that is puzzling her and me, the shake seems to raise my blood sugar levels, which it's not supposed to do. But she looked at the formulation of the shake, and she was actually enormously impressed. She said it was a flawless combination of nutrients as far as she was concerned. She was very impressed.
Wow.
And then I showed her the sports protein as well, because I don't use it, but she thinks that maybe I should under the circumstances, because it has got higher protein per serving than the Neolife shake. So it's a protein, a very protein rich thing. And again, she said it's really a remarkable product. So we can be pleased with that kind of affirmation.
Incredible. Thank you, Andre. And that might be another whole training session just for us to go through the differences between the two and to see the advantages. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly run through with you the herbs, and were put together by a British herbalist, the top of the game kind of woman. And when I was looking up in this little book I've got, thinking I would start with the mind enhancement or the feminine, and then my goodness, it came up with aloe vera. So I thought, let's start today with aloe vera. We can't go wrong with it. And a couple of little surprises on included, which will be following up on the aloe vera, will be stage 6 and garlic. All right, is that okay with everyone? So the aloe vera, like all the herbals, there are blends, and we don't sort of necessarily think of aloe vera being a herb because it's an aloe plant, but it falls kind of into that category because it also includes ginseng and chamomile, but it also has something called birch leaf and witch hazel, together with panthenol and allantoin. Now, Bob, you all know what all these terms mean, but they are obviously important combinations in this unique botanical formula that we've got. So it's got, to repeat, chamomile, linden extract, cornflower, and St. John's wort. Also contains allantoin, calendula, and provitamin B5 to support cellular renewal, soften skin, and add elasticity. Okay, so I must clarify here. I am talking about the aloe vera gel to start with, not the drink. That's why we've got the birch leaves and witch hazel in it. But the two of them go together, aloe, because they both have the aloe vera in them. So if we think about the gel first, we all have it in our homes, I'm sure. And just, I've kind of forgotten all the things that it can do to help us. So it's a combination of the aloe vera with these herbs. And it is incredible. So it doesn't have ginseng and chamomile. So let me just clarify that. The aloe gel, no, it does. Beg pardon. It's a blend of chamomile, birch leaves, witch hazel, together with panthenol and allantoin. Okay, so those things all help with the skin's elasticity, renewal of cellular cells, to help keep moisture in, and it has been clinically tested in Europe's most prestigious dermatological research facility, and people have recognized the beneficial effects of aloe vera throughout all recorded history, right back to the Egyptians. It creates a moisture barrier to help soothe and soften the skin, and it counters the effects of overexposure to the outdoors and the sun, etc. My first experience with it was when Timothy was about 8 years old. We'd newly moved here. He was standing next to me at the stove, and oil popped up and burnt this little boy all over his face with actual blisters, those burn blisters. I had just learned about aloe gel at a Neolife training, and I went, okay, well, this is the time to see if this stuff works. Not terribly sympathetic to my child's desperate need. Plonked it all over, and within 24 hours, there was not young skin, you see. There wasn't even a blemish. Those little blisters were gone. And from that day on, I've never been without it in my home. I sometimes even carry it in my handbag. And somebody was scratching themselves like crazy the other day with some sort of, those skin things that make people scratch. And the name is straight out of my head. And I just got it out for her to put on, and she had immediate relief. Okay, so The aloe vera plus then is the juice that contains the aloe vera, and that has the herbs of ginseng and chamomile. Chamomile has wonderful medicinal qualities. We all know it's tea at night is suggested, you know, in old wives' tales for relaxation. And so it's a gentle sedative used in anxiety and insomnia. Thank you, Hermine. We can see aloe vera post-op on my foot, soothing. Absolutely essential for people in those in anything to do with the skin. So with the chamomile, it can be used for inflammation. So the aloe juice itself can be used for inflammation of the mouth. It seems such a waste, but you could gargle and swallow with it and not spit. And chamomile as a herb has been used for treatment of coughs, colds, croup, fever, bronchitis, flu, stomach ailments, cramp, colic, muscular aches, pains, gout, stress, anxiety, nightmares, lumbago, indigestion, flatulence, rheumatism, swelling, infections, wounds, and spasms. So I don't think there's anything on the planet that chamomile hasn't been used for. And then ginseng is known as the Chinese herb. It's been used for many centuries like aloe and chamomile. It increases vitality and stamina and has an ability to improve a person to their physical peak. It increases mind alertness and has the ability to improve concentration, learning, and makes you more positive in your thinking. It acts as an antidepressant and is a great emotional strengthener. In the Far East, it's considered to be the elixir of life and a cure for all the ills of mankind. It is the Chinese symbol of strength, vigor, and long life and clear judgment. In India, ginseng is used as a cure for malaria. It's known as a natural aphrodisiac and improves fertility, and conception occurs 50% more, and miscarriages are decreased by as much as 28% when ginseng is added to the diet. I have no references for where this information comes from, so I put that as a disclaimer. But I'm sure if you looked up on Wikipedia, you'd probably find similar things being said. So why then is aloe vera plus one of our top 10 sellers? There's your answer. For myself, I wake up in the middle of the night, I go and I drink 20 mils. I go back to sleep almost immediately. The chamomile in it, along with the aloe, just calms me down completely. And when I want to kill somebody, I go and drink a little bit of it, and then I don't want to kill them anymore. So it is a lifesaver, in fact. So just a little bit
for your potential victims.
Yes. So this is a very important thing to know, that the gel from the aloe vera plant contains 18 of the 22 amino acids, but only in minute quantities. It's also rich in vitamin A, B1, B2, B3, B6, B12, C, E, sodium, potassium, chlorine, calcium, phosphorus, and has traces of magnesium and zinc. Remember, this is in the drink and the gel. So no wonder it's known as a miracle healer and beauty plant. The plant clears up infections, kidney, bladder, etc., acne, tonsils, stomach ulcers. I've had so many testimonials over the years for stomach ulcers from people drinking the aloe juice. Peptic ulcers, indigestion, gassing, burping, flatulence, etc. It numbs while it heals. It can kill bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Increases the blood supply to the area. Aloe vera is known to boost energy and vitality, helps relieve indigestion, and very, very good for removing toxins. All right. Any questions? So it costs just around about 300 Rand for a bottle of aloe juice, and the gel is something similar. And what I find is that once a person starts using the gel, they become a regular customer. So I always keep those ones in stock. But please just experiment with them yourselves and look for opportunities for where you can offer it as a soothing help for people along the journey. I don't know how much time there is, Rob, but I want to quickly run through stage 6. I looked it up this morning. Stage 6 is for the 6th stage of digestion. Near Life used to train people in the 6 stages. So the 6 stages is elimination. And I did look it up on Google, and senna leaf is stage 6 is made up of senna leaf powder and prune powder, and it contains no animal derived ingredients. So it's fine for vegetarians and vegans. So what is the senna leaf? So it is a naturally occurring, I'm trying to think of a polite way of putting it. It's a laxative. Laxative. Also falling into the herbal category. And so what they've done with the stage 6 is they've mixed up senna leaf with prune powder, natural and very, very successful in what they're there to do. So if I can just quickly read for you, you need to take, this is the old instructions, 1 to 4 tablets with a glass of water at bedtime. Take 1 or more glasses of water in the morning. Now, it is part of the detox program, and the original detox, this was how they put it into the original detox program. So for people who want to detox over more than 3 days, they can carry on doing this for quite a number of days. I'm not going to make any recommendations, but people must actually, you must do your research and decide what your customer needs. But certainly for 3 days, can be a very nice, quick, short detox to get the toxins moving out of the body. So when it comes to stage 6, it's mild, it's effective, and it's alternative to drug-based laxatives, works without cramping or griping, and it's non-habit forming. What a problem we have in this world today with people with constipation problems, and they get hooked onto habit forming drugs. Helps the body's natural peristaltic process, so it's excellent for constipation. It also helps to dump the lymphatic system. And with all the biologists sitting in the room this morning, excuse my ignorance, but the lymph is a slow moving, I just imagine kind of like a white gel inside my body that's moving around. And unfortunately, toxins get accumulated in there if you don't do enough exercise. Bob, you know all about this. And so these things can start accumulating in us. So stage 6 helps to get a lot of these poisons and toxins out. Can help with getting rid of parasites. And if you include garlic, it can also be helping in that situation as well. And of course, I mentioned the detox program, and you would include with the detox program garlic and beta guard. Yes, Nkiama, is there something in your chat here? Let me look at the chat. I see your hand up.
Good morning, ma'am. Yes, it's me.
Yes.
How are you?
We're fabulous, thanks, and so pleased that you're here with us.
Thank you. Ma'am, I heard you mention cramping. So does it also have to do with like period cramps? Because us girls like go through that a lot, and it would be helpful if this could be a source.
So stage 6 is not going to help with female problems. We have another herb which we will talk about very soon in the future, and that would be the feminine herbal, which has got a combination of herbs specifically for female problems in Kiama, and would help with that. And also off the top of my head, and Andre, you can verify this for me, would be omega-3 would be excellent for helping with female problems. Thank you, Kama. We will keep that one in mind for another time. The female issues. Any more questions at this stage? How much time, Rob? 5 minutes. Okay, garlic. Is garlic a herb? Well, if you AI it, it says it is, and if you don't look at the AI, you'll see that it's a bulb, and it is related to the onion family. So I'm just chucking it in here because it's part of the whole detox, and it's a broad spectrum of a whole range of onion plants in our garlic tablets, and they have an enteric coating, and they therefore will pass through the stomach and into the bowel region. And as we come now into winter, it is a very, very useful additive for people to put into their programs for managing the flus and other viruses that come past. It doesn't have any smell that it gives off when you take it, and it has a million things that it does for us. So it's been used right throughout history. It can help to cleanse the blood of excess blood glucose, blood sugars together with cholesterol. I don't know if that might be something you might want to add, Andre.
I have.
Okay. And it also aids in decreasing high blood pressure because and also thins blood. As far as I may be open to correction on that. And combines with all sorts of things to the herb rosemary is added as an antioxidant to aid the capsule substances as soon as chopped garlic does. I'm not going to read all that. So garlic is something we can also expand on at another time as we work out our training program. But just to finish off, I think I've given you a very broad explanation on the aloe as part of the herbal range with the ginseng and the chamomile and all the things that are in the gel. And then, of course, the stage 6. So I hope that is useful for moving on as we go into our month end. And are there any more questions? Andre, would you like to add some more for us? Bob?
No, not really. I mean, there's lots one could say about a lot of things, but I don't have anything right now.
Anything that I've got wrong or should have added extra to? Enough for now. Yeah. So I'm finished. So Rob, you can turn the recording off.